Yes, what we're saying, guys. Welcome to the pre-match build-up. City Wolves. It's a massive game. How you all doing? Please drop a like on the stream if you've not done so already. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. You're going to take us through some of the information. Didn't make the stream this morning, innit? And I wanted to have a chat because this is a massive game, innit? So I wanted to have a conversation. Discuss the team lineup, and then of course during this we'll get the team news, and we'll pop away for 10-15 minutes, and then we'll be back to take you through the full match watch along. Just so everyone knows, Jordan's here. He's just doing some work in it. So that's
I am here. I'm just next to him.
You've already done this situation with Jordan. I wanted my go now.
It's your turn, bro.
It's my turn. Right, okay, so let me get into it. First of all, guys, I want to say a massive shout out to Bet Victor, who sponsored today's pre-match build-up in it. So they've got their own YouTube channel. They upload their own videos every week, with their own football content and stuff. Generally just about a football debate. We've linked the video in there, so go check that out in a bit. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on their video as well, because they've supported our channel. I'll show you a little clip about that later on. But in the meantime, I want to get into some information, and it's mainly about the sort of team lineup and that. And of course, during this, like I say, we will get the team lineup. But it's a big decision today. Obviously, we think Fernandinho's probably going to start at centre back. Ake, he's got that slight injury on him. We don't really know what's going on there. We know he trained. We know he was on the bench for the last game. But does Pep Guardiola want to risk him? And that's the question. And I've been asking myself the same thing, because for me, I think these next two games favour Ake more than they do Fernandinho, but the last game of the season probably favours Fernandinho, because, we'll be at home, we just want to play out from the back and that. So it's a real tricky one. But of course, as we discussed previously, if you do play Ake today and he gets injured, and that could be a rip situation for West Ham. But then in the same situation, if you don't play him today, it could be a rip today, because you've not got him in the team today against Jimenez. So massive decision for Pep Guardiola today. It's a really tricky one, man. What are you guys saying? What would you do? Would you go Fernandinho? Would you go Ake? See, I'm sort of like, the way I'm looking at it is, I think we'll beat Aston Villa at home, regardless of who's at centre back. But I think we need Ake today and against West Ham as well. I'm on the sort of side of risk him, and I don't think he will be risked, but I think I'd risk him, guys. I really do. Foden centre back, says Akash. Werner. Amir says I'd go Ake. Rest Ake. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shishir says academy. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a valid comment, but at the same time, it's just never going to happen. So there's not really much point in even debating it. It's either going to be Ake or Fernandinho. I just don't understand why Ake was on the bench for the last game and has trained and is still not available. You know what I mean? It don't make sense. Why was he on the bench then? If he couldn't even play any minutes during that game when he was on the bench, he's then trained, and now he's still saying that he's still not available. Don't get it. It don't make no sense to me, that. Take Ake off, then sub him if we're managing the game well. Yeah, I mean, that's a potential. I mean, play Ake if we can get 2 or 3 goals up, which will be tricky. If we can do that, then sub him off. Yeah, it's a really difficult. Ake was warming up in our last game also. Yeah, he was warming up. He's been training. He was in the team. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It don't really make sense. I could get it because, with like Walker and John Stones, they were on no bench or anything. That they just went from trained one time to playing, and they both got injured. And I get it. People might be like, nah, it's not worth the risk. But surely this is different, because them two just had one training session and we're back in the team. Ake's been training for a while. He was on the bench for the last game. So it's not the same. It's not as risky for me. But I understand why people might be like, nah, I don't play him. But like I say, you don't need him against Aston Villa. I don't think you need him against Aston Villa. I actually think I would play Laporte and Fernandinho in that last game. I wouldn't play Ake. If Ake was fit in that last game against Aston Villa, I wouldn't play Ake. I'd play Fernandinho and Laporte, because I think we need to play out from the back in that game. Whereas this one, they're a lot more direct, going to be putting balls into our box. They've got Jimenez. They'll have Antonio or whoever else they put up there. I think that we need Ake in this game. I think we need Ake in the next 2 matches. That's my view on it. Which players are injured again? So you got Ake, obviously, is the unknown one. Like, what's going on there? Kyle Walker, obviously John Stones, Diaz, they're all out for the season. Yes, Julia, just bought my tickets for pre-season in Houston. Yes, nice one. You'll be one of the first City fans to see Haaland in a City kit, hopefully. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just it's a weird one. I don't know. The Wolves had injuries. I looked at the team that they played against Chelsea. It looked pretty strong, to be honest with you. I don't think they have got many injuries, to be honest with you, man. I think they're pretty chill, but. Put LB's boy, Egan Riley, at centre-back. Yeah. Imagine Egan starts. Yeah, that would be sick, but that's just not going to happen, innit? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like I say, guys, I'd throw Ake in there because I think we need him tonight. We need him against West Ham. And people might be like, yeah, but if you play him tonight, he won't be available for West Ham. Well, there's no guarantee he will be available for West Ham anyway at this rate. You know what I mean? If you don't play tonight, will he be available for West Ham? And if you play him against West Ham, he might get injured again. So I just think we're at the time of the season where I think you just have to take risks. You know what I mean? Say it was like early on in the season, don't want to take risks, I get it, but I genuinely think that right now, this is the time to risk it. I really do. I'm keeping Ake off this week, says Cody. What? And then what you're saying? You're gonna play him? You're gonna play him against Aston Villa, and that's the one game that I think you don't even need Ake for me, though, Cody. I think these two next games are the ones that you need Ake. Yeah, Mushin, bro, and better. Yeah, like he's a sick centre back, but he's not gonna play. He's just not. He ain't gonna play in it. None of the academy players are gonna play. So. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a bit of a weird situation. And obviously, the team's out in half an hour, so we will find out. Oh yeah, I've seen this before. The Wolves manager, will be missing from the dugout tonight because of COVID-19. His coaching staff will be using AirPods with the manager on the other end of the phone. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? You know what we need to do? We need to EMP the Molyneux. EMP about, you know what I mean? Like, you know what EMP is, yeah? You know, play Call of Duty, EMP, you disable all, like, communications. Although we won't be able to watch the match. So at that point, could be a bit of a rip. But, yeah, he's not available. He's not available. I'll tell you what I'll do, guys, because it's an interesting one. I'll do a poll on the Ake/Fernandinho situation. And while the poll's in the chat, let me just play you this quick clip from the guys at BetVictor. As I said, the stream's today sponsored by BetVictor. Sick guys. They've got their own YouTube channel. Go like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment on their video as well. Let me play you this clip. I'll put the poll in the chat, so make sure you have your vote. Roll titles, Brie.
So, who should leave their club this summer in search of better pastures? The obvious one will probably be Cristiano Ronaldo, but I'm not going to say that because then I got to get rid of that. So, let's go Harry Kane. Otherwise, the guy's going to be sat at Spurs, not winning a trophy for so long. In fact, I'm starting to think he's part of the problem. So if he gets out of there soon, while he's still got a chance, while he's still got his legs, while he can still score goals, then maybe he'll pick up a few trophies and we'll forget about his stint at Spurs being so trophyless for so long. Go on, Harry, you know it makes sense.
That's an interesting one. I mean, we spoke about, obviously, City were in for Harry Kane, weren't we? Last summer, and we all thought we was getting him, but I wasn't even picking up our calls, leave it. So, I don't know, man. It's an interesting one. I was speaking to some United fans before. They think that Ronaldo will stay. Kane is in this weird situation now where he's one of the best players in the world, but who's going to buy him? You know what I mean, who's going to buy him? You look at the teams around there, who's going to buy him? I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Obviously, we've seen the news about Gabriel Jesus. I think he'll probably end up leaving this summer. His agent's been talking. I think it looks like he's off to Arsenal. Which is, I think he'll do well at Arsenal, Jesus. I think he'll do well at Arsenal, but yeah. It's an interesting one. I think Jesus will get off. Kane, will he get off? I don't think he will. I honestly, leave it. And Tottenham need to back Conte. If they back Conte and get a sick defence, I think they could be challenging for the title. Yeah, Yeah, shout out Bet Victor, guys. That's from their channel. Go check it out. Comment on the video, subscribe, like the video and all that kind of stuff. Tell them City Extra sent you. Massive shout out to Bet Victor, our sponsors today. Always be gamble aware and over 18s, obviously. Oh, you have news? Oh, John has news.
Yes, chat. I have news. I'm going to tell Lewis, you can't see me. Arsenal have advanced in negotiations to sign Gabriel Jesus from Man City, and the top of the clubs interested. The relevant parties are now closer in terms of transfer values, salaries, and agent commissions, with a contract of 5 years. In a bit, Gabs.
Yeah, guys, what do we think about that? Gabriel, literally just mentioned that. Gabriel Jesus looks like he's going to be leaving the club in the summer, and that does point to Erling Haaland being given the number 9 shirt. So yeah, Gabriel Jesus, look, he's a great player. I think he'll smash it at Arsenal. He'll be their number 1 man. Up top. At City, he's never been the number 1 man up top, and when he has, he's never really taken the opportunity. I think for an Arsenal point of view, they're getting a really good player, one that suits the style of football, one that he's worked with the manager before, and I think he'll go on and do big things. Gabriel Jesus, he's a good player. The main problem with Gabby is he's not clinical enough in front of goal. Getting him in that one-on-one situation, you're never backing him, and that's the main issue. But what he'd bring to Arsenal, I think they'd be able to sort of accept that sort of lack of clinicalness because of the other stuff that he gives them, and he will just slot straight into the team. And as I said, he's obviously worked with Arteta before. He's a great manager. So yeah, a bit sad, isn't it? But we've said this all along. We've said, look, someone's going to leave this summer, and we're all going to be a bit gutted about it. And it looks like Gabriel Jesus is the one that's going to be leaving. Transfer fees, there's a lot of rumours going around at the moment, but I'd be disappointed if we didn't sell him for more than 51 mil. I'd be looking for 55 mil, 60 mil. I think in today's market, I think that's a great price. He's still very young, can play anywhere on the front line. Premier League experience, Champions League experience. He's worked with Arteta before. Brazilian international. We should be getting a good fee there, but it's City, so we'll probably sell him for about 30 mil. Mib says, I'm fine with him either leaving or staying. We'll be happy either way. To be honest, I like Gabby, but all good things come to an end eventually. Yeah, like I say, Mib, the main problem for Gabs, and it's not the main, it is the main problem. It's his only problem, is that he's just not clinical enough in front of goal. And that's the issue. At this level, for a club like City, you need to be more clinical than he's been. So, Zohib, I know he's only got 1 year left on his contract, bro, but we'd still be looking for a good wage for me. They sold Alexis Sanchez for 60 mil, you know what I mean? And the market's moved since then. So look, 50 55 mil, maybe something like that. I think we should be getting him, to be honest. We should be selling him at that sort of price, but it is City, so we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, turn our attentions back to the game tonight. Team news in 25 minutes now. It's a massive game, guys. It's a massive game. I seen there was a poll on Twitter before. I found the results very strange. It said, would you take 4 points in the next 2 games? I.e., you go into Villa at home, win the game, and you've won the league. And only like 60% of people said yeah. I was really, really confused. By the way, the poll, majority of you want Ake at centre back. I'm in agreement with that. Yeah, I was quite surprised at that. I thought like a lot more people would take that. 4 points in our next 2 games. That means in the final game of the season, you win the game, you've won the league. Aston Villa at home. Like, surely people would accept that, you know what I mean? But there's still quite a lot of people on the poll there that said, nah, they don't want to take that. But I don't know, you've got 2 really, really, really difficult games. I would definitely take 4 points in the next 2 games. Final game of the season, win the game, you won the league. Mib says, Wolves are 11-1 to win. If we win by 3 goals, it'll feel like we've got 4 points. Because of the goal difference. Yeah, well, that's another thing, yeah. If we can... I mean, the main thing, obviously, is get the win. Of course it is. But you are right. If we can get some goals tonight, that's absolutely massive if we can get some goals. Let me have a look at the table then. Let's have a look at the goal difference right now. I love, by the way, that I was harping on about goal difference back in like January and people was telling me to shut up, and now it's like could actually be a legit thing. So they're on 65, 66, 67. So we're 3 ahead, right? Yeah, we're 3 ahead. Oh my god, yeah, if we could win like 3-0 tonight. I don't want to sound like greedy. Obviously, I take a 1-0 win, right? Before people say, oh, you need to stop talking about this, we just need to win the game. I know, I'm getting that. I'm just sort of saying, if we can win like 3-0, that'd basically give us like a loss in the bank, innit? That'd be sick if we can smash Wolves tonight. It's not going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult though. It's going to be difficult. Wolves, do they concede goals? Let's have a look at the recent form. They've conceded 2 there, 3 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 2 there, 2 there, 1 there. They don't really concede that many. 2, 1. Not honestly, they don't really concede that many goals. They've only conceded 3 goals once since the start of 2022, and that was against Brighton, which was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, is that the first time they've ever conceded? I'm going back all the way to the start of the season here. I think they've only conceded 3 goals once this season. Oh my God, they have. That's wild. These don't concede goals, these, you know. I'm actually gone all the way back, guys, and they've not conceded 3 goals. They've only conceded 3 goals this season once, and that was 2 weeks ago against Brighton. I'm just checking again just to make sure I got it right, but I'm definitely right. Yeah, that doesn't fill me with confidence. Leeds, oh, there's another one. Although Wolves did have a man sent off in March. So 2, they've conceded 3 goals twice this season. On the positive side, they've both come in within the last 2 months. So maybe they might be on the beaches a little bit. You know what I mean? Hopefully. It's going to be difficult. I'm really kind of worried about this, guys. I'm really kind of worried. Last time we played Ferner at centre-back, Wolves destroyed us, but it's always Traore and Edit got sent off, so hopefully we get through this. Why did you have to kill the confidence like that, LB? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, innit? But I was hoping that I'd go on their previous matches and they concede goals, but they're a sick side, to be fair, Wolves. I don't get me wrong, I don't really like watching them play. I don't find them very entertaining. And like you look at the goals for and goals against, that explains why. Goals for 35, goals against 34. That's basically the story of their season. But they are a good side. It's going to be difficult tonight, and I'm slightly worried. I think it's one of them, right? If we can get 2 goals in the first half, I think we could just batter him in the second half. But I think it's going to be really, really difficult to get the first goal, let alone 2. That's the problem for me. Sharon says, Ferner starts. Are you saying Ferner starts? Apparently the team is leaked. Is it true? Where are you getting that news from? Chat. Everyone's saying Fernandinho starts. Oh, yeah. There we go. It's facts, yeah. Fernandinho starts for Man City versus Wolves. So there you go. He's rested Ake. Confirmed. Breaking news. Fernandinho starts. And there you go. That is, what do we think of that then, guys? I mean, the majority of 68% of you wanted Ake. I'm a little bit worried about that, can't lie. Can't lie. But could be Ake Fernandinho. Nah, no chance, bro. No chance. It's gotta be Laporte, bro. Laporte's gotta play. Laporte's been pretty decent recently. Yeah, Lawrence, I see what you're saying. They don't score that many goals either. Nah, that's true. They don't score that many goals. As I've just proven by the league table, but it's one of them things, right? I don't think we'll lose tonight, and I don't think we'll lose against West Ham. But the problem is, I could quite easily see us drawing both games, and that's not enough. That would mean that Liverpool could win the league, and that's my issue. That's why I think if we just get through tonight and win tonight, then we could take a draw against West Ham, and I think we'll beat Aston Villa on the last day of the season, and then that's us won the league. But we need to win tonight, because I don't want to be drawing tonight and then going to West Ham having to win. You don't want to have to go. You don't want to go to West Ham having to win. That ain't a good situation. It's not a good situation to be in. That we lost there early in the season on pens. Wolves will win 1-0 painfully. I don't know, man. I don't know. Ferner going to give away a pen. I have faith in Ferner. We beat Wolves comfortably. Yeah, was that not at home, though? The thing is, when you go to these stadiums, man, these stadiums are grim. And it's night match as well. It's a later match than normal as well. The fans are right on top of you. It's an old style stadium, man. These stadiums, when you go in there at any time, but especially at night matches, they're really, really, really difficult. And the Wolves fans will be up for it tonight. I know they've got nothing to play for, but until we get ahead, they'll be right up for it. They'll want to ruin our party. You got to remember, guys, we relegated them many years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. Probably longer than that now. We had Mancini at the time, I think. But yeah, we relegated them a while ago. They're probably like, nah, we need to ruin this for them. Because the only thing that they've got left to play for, I think about it, they've got nothing left to play for now in the league. So they're probably like, you know what, let's go and ruin it for City. And rightly so. Why wouldn't you would want to do that if you was a Wolves player / fan. Connor Cody is going to break someone's legs. Jesus. Yeah. The good news is, Traore's not here. That's exceptional news for us. That is exceptional news. Because he slammed against us, and that was a bad situation, guys. Team news out in 15 minutes. Please make sure you smash the like on the stream. We're currently on 300 likes. Let's see if we can get that to 400 by the time the team news comes out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Trying to get to 55,000 subscribers. We're already at 52k now, which is pretty wild. That's gone up rapid. So thank you to everyone that has subscribed. And make sure you subscribe if you've not already done so. You've got to worry about Neto, though, says Tyrone. Neto's a good player. They've got some good players. They have got some good players. They have got some good players. Anthony said Stefan starting. Oh, that's cap. Right, that's got to be cap, innit? That has to be cap. I hate these 8:15 kickoffs. Yeah, I don't understand it. Why is it an 8:15 kickoff? I don't get why it is. I don't understand that. Can anyone else explain why it's at 8:15? Bit weird. If Stefan starts, nah. Jose Sa. Well, let's have a look at the Wolves team then, guys. Let's have a look at the Wolves team. This is probably going to be the side. Something like Jose Sa, obviously the goalkeeper. Willy Bolly, he's got a very, very mixed history against City. I mean, he scored a couple goals, been sent off as well. Connor Colby, Saiss, good player. Altnori, Den Donkin, Ruben Neves, Yao Moutinho, Jimenez. They've obviously got Neto, Trincao. They've got a good team. I don't like the way Wolves play, man. You know what I mean? I think Wolves need to start expanding the way they play football. I'm not doing like a Klopp here, by the way, and saying, oh, I hope they don't sit on the edge of the penalty area tonight, because that's just rubbish. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, Wolves have the players to try and play some attractive football. And I don't want to see no Wolves fans in the chat saying, we do play attractive football. You scored 35 goals, mate. You scored 35 goals. That's less than Palace. It's less than Leeds. It's 3 more than Watford. 3 more than Burnley. Yeah, Burnley. So you don't play attractive football. You play dead football. But you're a good side and you got good players. So maybe next season, get some good players in the transfer window. Could we start to see Wolves play a little bit more expansive football? Scoring more goals. I mean, they score 1 goal a game. You know what I mean? It's not a great stat. So it'll be interesting to see what they do in the summer. Can they get some? Can they get some players in? Wolves always makes me nervous, says Mushin. Yeah, they're a good side, man. They are a good side. Tyrone LB Outnori for left back. Not our club, bro. I don't think so. He's a good player, but I don't know, man. Colin Pollitt says Wolves are not a good team. Quit with the negative vibes. Easy win. Go on, Colin. Slam a oneer on that, mate. Slam a oneer on a Man City win. KM, is the team lineup out yet? No, it's out in 14 minutes, mate. So stay with us, and we'll have the team news straight away. How has Haaland got the same goals per game ratio as Wolverhampton Wanderers? That is a mad stat, bro. That is a mad stat. Cucurella for left back. Ooh. He's a good player. He's a good player. Let me have a look at his contract situation. Contracted until 2026. Spanish. So he might get on well with Pep there. Come through the Barcelona academy since a 15-year-old. I mean, he's out. He's sponsored by Puma. Mate, this kind of stinks of a City deal. But the problem is, because he's got such a big contract, contracted until 2026, Brighton will want big cash. Brighton will want big cash there. That's the problem. Yes, Reese Connor coming in with a super donation. Yes, Bray with a 179. Says, Wolves haven't won a game in their last 4 games. Now, you're absolutely right. Could they be on the beaches? Let's have a look who they were against. By the way, they did fight back quite well against Chelsea, though, and got a draw in the last match. They were 2-0 down and drew 2-2. Before that, they got beat 3-0 off Brighton, who have picked up in some really, really good form. So, fair dues. And they got beat 1-0 off Burnley. And they got beat 1-0 off Newcastle United. So, yeah, that's a bit of an interesting one, really. You know what? I wouldn't read too much into that. I genuinely would normally be like, oh yeah, buzzing, they're out of form. But they drew the last match against Chelsea after being 2-0 down. So, fair dues there. That's pretty sick. They got beat 3-0 off Brighton. But Brighton are in some top form right now. They got beat 1-0 off Burnley. But look, possession, 65%. So these games, yeah, Wolves against Burnley, they had the ball. They don't like that, and they lost. Newcastle Wolves, they had the ball, 60%. They lost. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want the ball. Whereas tonight, they're not going to have as much of the ball. Like Chelsea, they had only 40% possession against Chelsea, and they drew. Wolves versus Brighton. 50-50. They don't want the ball, man. This is what I'm saying. They don't want the ball. Played against Villa. They had less percentage possession against Villa. 1-2-1. What's it saying? It's saying that they don't want the ball. Wolves versus Leeds. Less percent. Still scored 2 goals. They got beaten that one, but they still had still scored 2. The last 7 games, the only one that they've won whilst having more ball possession was Everton. And that doesn't really tell you too much because Everton are shite. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, man. 12-year-old kid with tattoos, which is definitely illegal, says, yes, cheers to Joddy Party and the Mr. Keg. Yes, cheers, Brie. Thank you, Brie. Thank you for becoming an extra club member, man. I appreciate that, innit? So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one with their form right now. It's kind of up in the air. Guys, don't spam in it, otherwise you get timed out. Team news out in 10 minutes. It's coming, soon come. All right, let's have a look at the match day squad then for City today. So Edison, Stefan, Carson, Egan Riley, Cancelo, Mbete, Laporte, Ake is in the squad. Zinchenko, Lavia, Rodri, Fernandinho, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Palmer, Jesus, Foden, Sterling, Grealish, and Mahrez. So Ake is in the squad again, but he's not starting. Unless he's fit, but he doesn't want to start him because he doesn't want the situation, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to start him because he don't want 2 left-footed players. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit, it's like I say, guys, it's a risk. Noah said, Lewis, mate, when City had Super Kevin Keegan, did you love it? I did love it, mate. I did actually love Kevin Keegan. We can go double pivot as well. I don't know. The main thing today is not lose. Because if we don't lose, it's still in our hands. But ideally, we need to win. And if we can win and get some goals, and score quite a few, we're currently +3 on the goal difference, right? So you got to understand, we lose, automatically, best case scenario, we're 2 ahead. But remember, we might lose by 2 or 3. You know what I mean? So let's just say, best case scenario, we lose by a single goal in one of these games, yeah? Then it becomes a +2 goal advantage. Best case scenario, Liverpool win by 1. That becomes a 1 goal advantage. So right now, we don't really have a loss in the bank because that only works if Liverpool only win by 1 and City only lose by 1. We need to be scoring 2, 3, 4 goals if possible to get that goal difference up. We do. Grealish benched. Let's see if the... Here we go. Match day squad starting at 11 for Manchester City today. This is confirmed by Sam Lee. Ederson in goal, Cancelo, Fernandinho, Laporte, Zinchenko, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, Sterling, Bernardo, and Phil Foden. So has he gone Bernardo false 9, or could it be Kevin De Bruyne for false 9? But that's your squad. I'll say it again for you guys. Ederson, Cancelo, Fernandinho, Laporte, Zinchenko, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, Sterling, Bernardo Silva, and Phil Foden is your starting 11 tonight against Wolves. What do we make of that? Gundogan in the team. Grealish not in the team. Mahrez not in the team. Confident or nah? Grealish needed. A couple of people saying we need Grealish. Matthew saying Jesus should have started. I mean, Jesus didn't have a great game in his last match. Maybe that's why he's been dropped. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's close to a transfer to Arsenal. Not sure. Nah. Dodgy. Nah. Weird one. Potential double pivot with Gundogan. Adolf says rock solid. No Mahrez again, says Leng. Nope, not the best team. People don't like this. In fact, I'm going to do a poll in it. There you go. What a team. Have a vote there, guys. Do you like that team or nah? Do you think that team will do the job today? I think it's a pretty decent... I don't think there's anything to moan at there, to be honest. Obviously, Cancelo... I prefer Ake to start, but maybe Ake's not fit, so that explains why he might not be starting, but I think the defence is pretty sound. Rodri, CDM, fine, obviously. Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, that should be fine. Sterling right wing, fine. Bernardo false 9. I don't know why people like that. Why don't we like that? If you don't like that team, tell me why, innit? Tell me what am I missing here? What's not good with that team? AS Moda says I prefer Ake and Mahrez. I'd prefer Ake over Fernandinho, as I've said already. Why no Mahrez? I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't know why Mahrez ain't playing, bro. No Grealish, gutted. No Haaland. Don't like it because the defence is shocking. I don't know about that, man. I think the defence is pretty decent. Cancelo at right back's a good player. Fernandinho is experienced. He's played that position before. You know, Laporte's fine. Zinchenko's fine. It's only Fernandinho that you really need to be worried about, but he's an experienced player. I don't think we have to be worried about him. It's just for me, it's when the ball's crossed in the box, I'd rather have Ake there, but if Ake's not available, Ake's not available. Although he's on the bench, so he must be semi-available. But maybe you don't want to rest him. I don't know. Where is Haaland? Don't know, bro. I don't know, innit? Where is Haaland? I don't know what the situation is with Haaland. He's not there. Justin Pep says Cabeza. Cabeza? We should give Mbete more game time. Yeah, I know, Sharon. You know, I'm fully game to get these academy players in the team, but it's just not going to happen. Especially not this end of the season. It's really not. Score predictions, LB. I think with that team... I'm going to go for Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Man City 2, mate. Man City 2. I think we'll win 2-1. It's not going to be a good day for the goal difference, but it will be a good day for the 3 points. So that's me. I've gone for a 2-1, guys. So that is your team. I'll say it again. Ederson in goal. Cancelo. Fernandinho starts ahead of Ake. Laporte, Zinchenko, Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Sterling, Bernardo Silva, and Phil Foden. No Mahrez, no Grealish, no Ake. That's the team. Is it a shark team? Is it a shark team? Says, nah. Don't know, Bray. Are they hungry or nah? I don't know. Hopefully they'll go and get the win, but I don't even know in it. But I don't think we'll score a lot of goals with that team tonight. They've only conceded 3 twice this season. So I don't think we'll score a lot of goals. I've gone for a City 2-1 win. which I'll still be buzzing about. Ron Wolf, KDB, false 9. Don't know. It's going to be him or Bernardo Silva, obviously. We just got to see who it is, isn't it? Right, guys, I'll leave it there. Me and Jordan will be back in a bit for the live watch-along. That is your team lineup for today. Guys, please go check out the Bet Victor video on their YouTube channel. We've put the link in the description and the pinned comment as well. They're talking about who's going to be leaving, who's going to be the big sales in the Premier League this summer. They've sponsored today's video, so we really appreciate if you go out over there and check it out. Make sure you like their video, subscribe to their channel, and leave a comment as well saying you've come from City Extra, guys, so they know we've sent you. Yeah, we'll be back in a bit. Oh, 12-year-old kid again. He's back with a 14 Zar. Says, moments like this, I'd swap Haaland for 51 Tosins. Yeah, man, he's a Tosin coin and a big stonks, innit? Right, guys, we'll be back in a bit for the match watch-along. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when we're live for that match watch-along. And we'll see you in a bit. See you later.